welcome back to Stephanie Plans and Reads. Today is a short little video talking about some of the planner add-ons that I like to use, tools really, that I like to use in combination with my planner, which is here, to help me plan functionally. I will also be giving details about a giveaway that I'm going to be having to celebrate my 1-year anniversary of posting here on YouTube. So if you want information about that, there's some in my the description, but I'll also be talking about it at the end of this video, so stick around. So first, I like to do decorative and functional planning in my planner, and that's what I've been sharing here on YouTube. But there are a lot of things that I use in conjunction with my planner. So I'm just going to put some things away here so I can show you properly. So the first thing, I think I'm not the only one, is I like to use Post-its in my planner. So I have a variety of different sizes, and to be honest with you, this isn't even half of what I use. So I have these, kind of normal size Post-its from the Post-it brand. So I have these ones with lines, these normal sizes, these littler ones here, but I also have some that have like to-dos on them. I think I have one that says important, things like that. And I also have the clear Post-its. I don't use these as much because you have to use a special, not special, but a different pen than you would on these ones. These ones require like an oil-based ink pen so that it doesn't, basically when you write with something else, it either doesn't show up or it kind of smudges away to nothing. So you have to use a special pen. I use this one, the Uni Pin oil-based marking pen, and it works good, but you have to use a different one than you would use on here. And then I also have these little ones from Midori, which I absolutely love. So these ones I use for my monthly spreads. So if I'm needing to write something in my monthly, I'll write it down on here if I'm not sure about when it's going, or it's like a temporary thing that needs to be when I plan this month, for example, it needs to be transferred on. I'll just write it in here because these fit perfectly within the box and they don't hang over. I was just using something like this, but it takes up quite a bit of space. And this works out perfectly. I also use this so for social media, I just put like my ideas down at the bottom, and then when I schedule them, I put them in the actual space. So this works really well. But yeah, mainly what I use these Post-it notes for is for things that either need to be transferred. So they are things like I think, oh, that's right, I have a doctor's appointment in December, and just quickly write it down here, and then I'll transfer it more permanently. Sometimes they're tentative plans, so I don't know exactly when it's going to happen, but it's happening in December at some time, so I can put it down at the bottom. Basically use Post-it notes for anything that I'm not sure is going to actually stay where it is. And then generally it gets transferred into either something that looks a little bit nicer or gets thrown away because I don't need it. The next thing that I use a lot of, so that's Post-it notes and different kinds. I mean, I have had some Post-it or some sticky notes from other brands, and sometimes they're great, sometimes they just do not stick. I have like ones that are cute and all of that stuff. I have a whole bunch of different ones. Yeah, at one point my family was gonna kind of have an intervention because the amount of Post-it sticky notes that I had. It was a problem. I think I'm over that now. It's not so much a problem, but I do still have a lot, and I wouldn't want you to see inside my drawer because that's embarrassing. Okay, anyway, moving on. So then the next thing that I use a lot, and I really find it's important for me for functional planning, are these Midori clips. Now they don't have to be clips. They could be tabs. I know the Avery does those removable, like the repositionable tabs. Those are also great. I have these ones, so I'm using these. But I find them really, really important for me because I don't use the other kinds of tabs, like with the months and everything. I just found that was a little bit overwhelming and I didn't need that. But I did need, or I found it helpful to have the year, the month that I'm in, the week that I'm in, and the daily page. And it helps me functionally because I can go back and forth really easily. And that was something that, especially with these kind of planners where you have everything in one, I needed to be able to do quickly. I don't want to be, going through, shuffling through all the pages. So functionally this works well. So if I have a doctor's appointment, I can go to the week, I can write about it in my daily, and it's all, easily skip to. This works the same way with people who have tabs. They'll be able to tab the different months and days, and it helps them. It was just, if I have too many of them, I don't like them sticking out, and if they're paper, I didn't like them sticking out and getting messy. But also I found it a little bit like I was looking for the tab as well. So if I wanted March, I was, looking through the tabs to find March. So I find these ones, it works a little bit better. But you can use those Avery reusable tabs. You can make your own tabs. Even Post-it notes would work for that, or sticky notes would work for this as well. Just putting them up like that if they wanted on the top or the sides. And depending on the size, obviously, you could change this up. But it's important for me functionally. It's not just an aesthetic thing, although I think that they are nice looking. Functionally, it works. It allows me to plan better. The third thing that I use often to help me plan, and I'm currently using now to help me remember what I was saying, are notebooks. So I have this one. I'm not going to show a lot because I haven't looked in to see if it was okay to show, but something like this that's just thin, really thin, and would fit inside a cover like that. You could take with you if you need to. Or sometimes I use, this is a 2023 weeks that I didn't really use, and I got the mega, so there's tons of pages, and I will use for rough notes, any kind of calculations that I need to do that I can't do in my head. So tax issues or anything, kind of things that you just want to write stuff down, but you don't want it to mess up your planner, but it's something like, oh, I have to figure that out, so I'll just write it down. I also use rough notes for any kind of temporary notes. So things like, if I'm trying to think of something temporary that I wouldn't need, but like for example, if I'm listening to somebody say something and I've got to remember that to put it somewhere else. So like a date, or if I'm taking a message from my phone or something like that where I need to transfer information from one place to another. Or I just need to remember, don't forget to do this, or to pick up this, or to tell mom this. And I don't want to write it down, in my planner, or I don't have my planner with me. I just have the notes. Sometimes I use this in conjunction with my planner. I have a couple of old planners that I will use for that. So I'll use this one because I just bought this to try and I haven't used it, so I'll probably use this as notes. Obviously this one. Notes also too, I can use to test pens, markers, things like that I just want to see how this particular pen or something writes on the Tomoe River paper. So if I have a Tomoe River paper notebook, then I can use it there. Obviously that wouldn't be the case in this because it's not, but this is, you know, strictly for rough notes that I probably will never need again. However, I will say that sometimes I've put stuff in a notebook and then needed it. So sometimes I don't get rid of these, and what I really need to do is go through them all and see if there's anything I need and transfer that into a different book. But have I done that yet? I'm going to leave that with you because I'm pretty sure you know the answer to that. Yeah, I have not done that. Okay. So yeah, this is good. I don't carry this with me all the time because I do have this one. This is the 2024 cat weeks that I love, and I'm using ish for something, and I'll talk about that in my quarter 4 reset video, but I'm just using the back pages for notes. So I always have that with me. So I need something to write down rough notes in, basically, and that helps me functionally plan because then I can look at the notes and then kind of transfer them into the planner and keep my planner looking somewhat cute. I will say that while I'm talking about that, about transferring things and making sure that my planner stays quote unquote cute, that is cute for me, by the way. It doesn't mean that everyone thinks it's cute. But also, you don't have to do that. Your planner can be totally messy if you want. There's nothing to say that we need to keep our planner in this certain aesthetic. It can be as messy as you want. And I have had lots of messy entries. There's no reason why your planner has to be beautiful. I just sometimes prefer to write really messy things in another notebook. The fourth thing that I use, and I cannot show you at the moment because I'm also using it to film, is my phone. So I don't plan in like a Google calendar or any sort of calendar, but I do often consult my phone for things like schedules, for holidays, for maps. Anytime when I don't have access to paper, I may put it in the notes section of my phone. So those things help me to plan functionally because I can see. I particularly like watching cycling, cricket. So I will look up their schedules and kind of write that down in my planner. And I don't have that, access all the time. So I'll write it down in my notes or just, have my phone open and then just transfer it. I know a lot of people use their phone for notes or for taking pictures of something and then transferring it further. I don't often do that, but I do have some things in notes, and I do consult them from time to time in order to functionally plan. And then the last thing is something that I think we all associate with decorative planning, but but these things are also functional to me, and that is my markers and stickers. So these dot markers, obviously you can use them decoratively, but I use these functionally for making lists. So putting dots down and making lists. I can show you an example of how I do that. I've done it on my weekly, and I've done it, that's not an example. Here I've got an example of some dots down at the bottom that I made. Very functional product. I have the Zig Clean Color dots. I think there are other dots on the market. I have not had any problems with these whatsoever. They work as they say, and for me they're a functional item. I also have a whole bunch of stickers. So I have icon stickers here as an example, and these are all different social media and related social media stickers that I use functionally. So I can put these on I'll put this one, this is for Instagram, and I can put this on my monthly spread, for example, and know that I'm going to have Instagram posts on that day. And that helps me to plan functionally because I can see just at a glance what I need to prepare for coming up in the future. I use these little music ones for TikTok because I couldn't find the same kind of sizing that I want. These are extremely tiny, but they're all different sizes. I know Planner Kate, for example, sells icons that are this size, but you can get, you know, pretty much any size, I think, in different planner shops. I could write this down, but it's easy, and it's easy at a glance for some place like your calendar when you don't have a lot of space. So, I mean, in the A5, you have more space than many. But I'll show you an example. I think I did it for July. Yeah. So you can see for one book, July, there's a lot of writing going on here. And obviously this is very functional, but you can see, I can see just at a glance that these were the days that I was, you know, posting content or whatever. So these stickers work functionally for me. So yeah, so here's just a couple of things. Often in the planner, you know, world, well, certainly in my channel, I'm talking decorative, I'm talking how I put things together, layouts and things like that. But the primary focus for me in my planner, besides it being a hobby and something like I share with the internet, is that it has to work for me functionally. If it doesn't work, then I wouldn't use it. So, and I wouldn't have started planning if it wasn't working functionally. And these are the tools that kind of help me that are planner add-ons. So they're not the planner itself, but they're things that I definitely use and need for planning functionally. Right, so hopefully that this was helpful for you. Do you use these things as well? I think most people in the community would say they definitely use Post-its and stickers, but let me know what other things you find advantageous for your planning in terms of functionality and getting the most out of your planner. So as I said at the beginning of the video, I'm going to be doing a giveaway. On the 24th of September was my 2023 was my first video to YouTube, and since then I've posted mainly once a week or sometimes twice a week, and made quite a few videos, and our community has grown to a good number. So I'm really happy, and I wanted to celebrate the milestone. So I'm doing a giveaway. The giveaway is some of my it'll be a collection, a small collection of some of my favorite tools to use in my planner. And how you can enter, you need to be from the US or Canada. I'll put these things up on the screen somewhere as well. From US or Canada, subscribe to the channel, like this video, and then comment what your favorite planner add-on is, planner tool, something that you have to use in order for you to plan functionally. And then I will randomly pick a winner, and then I will send you out your goodies. Yeah, there'd be 3 or 4 little goodies for you. So to say thank you and to celebrate my 1-year anniversary on YouTube. So thank you very much for watching. I hope you liked this video, and I hope you join the giveaway, and I will see you in my next video. Bye.